Okay, what's going on, boys? I am back, and in today's video we're going over some meta squads, 50k to about 50k starter squads. I'm going to tell you which players are meta, how to get ahead of the game and everything like that, and some other secrets I need to know, especially playstyles this year are going to be a big thing. But let's start off with some of these squad builders. We're going to go over the first one here. It's actually one that I think it's actually a very affordable squad now. I would say this is about 50k. Now, there's certain cards that you guys need to bear in mind, like this Eileen Rubinson, right? She is one of the best cards that you can get for the money. I'm going to show you a little secret, okay? When you type in some of these players, like let's say Eileen Rubinson, you're going to see that she actually has some really good in-game stats. That's the most important thing. Don't look at the player rating and be like, oh, someone is only 76 rated, they must be bad. If you look at her stats, look, she's got 80 defensive awareness. Do you know how rare it is for someone to get 87 sprint speed, 80 defensive awareness, 87, 89 agility and balance? That right there is one of the best center mids in the game, and they're only 76 rated. So some of these cards are real gems in disguise. Her together Marino, this is a really good card, so you can play that in a 2 center mid or on a 4-2-3-1. Then we've got Inma Gabero and Salma. We've got them both as left wing and right wing. Now with the wingers, you can get away with them. Women are going to be meta this year because simply they're shorter and high. I've always wanted a bigger variety of shorter players like Aliadra Gomez, Correa, Beñat that can move quickly with the ball. Especially in bad gameplay, they're going to move the easiest. So you can get away with players like the women, for example, who are not the best of stats, but because they're shorter, you can get away with it. So we've got two paces on the left and the right. We've got Correa up front, a very good card. You know he is from last year, 4-star, 85 pace, 84 shooting, 82 rated. 86 dribbling, going to be such a good affordable card. And right next to him, we've got Luisia Garcia, another very good card, 89 pace and 80 shooting. 80 rated, see, I would say this team's about 80, I would say 75, 80, maybe even 50k. Marino might bring it up, but Marino last year was like 1 or 2k. So to be honest, you can put Serda instead there, I believe that's his name. Alex Moreno, I know Moreno is gone to Aston Villa, but you can use another card there. You can use Guy, I think his name is, or use Jordi Alba. Eric Corbello and Ronaldo. Now these two cards are the two absolute beasts. Remember these two cards, and the reason why, they have some, again, inside stats is the most important thing. Look at this we're talking about here. 82 stand tackling, 79 defensive awareness, 85 sprint speed. These are some of the really top tier cards that no one is thinking about, and I think cards like this, everyone kind of turns a blind eye to. I'll show you the last one over here as well. I believe his name is Eric. I believe his name is Eric Corbello. I'll show you here. And these cards like this, look, see this? He can play right back as well. And you can see that he's got the good pace and a good balance and there's jump in as well. So a lot of these cards, 5-star weak foot, are really hidden gems. You have to make sure you go into the in-game stats. Balde right back, and then goal you have Unai Simon. Pretty much simple as that. Very good team, a very good starter team. Then we're going to go over to the second team. This is more of, I would say, a 100k budget. Now you're going to see a lot of 83s here, but players like Emre Can and Lema last year was like 1.5k. Emre Can, he looks like he's going to be around the same price as last year, 3 or 4k. Some of these cards are really good. We got Malin up top, a really good card. We've got Werner next to him. You don't have to put Werner, you could put someone really cheaper. There's other options here, other strikers that you can put alongside him. You can even put the likes of Depay in if you want to. Openda's actually a really good card for pace abuse as well. And players like João Felix, I can probably play in camp, but Adeyemi, 80 rated, can get the job done as well. You can put anyone you want in here. I put Werner this because typically speaking, Werner's a good card. You need to put Correa there if you want as well. For Kieran Cam, or you could put João Felix. Lema is another card, one of the best cards in the game. 84 defensive awareness, guys. 84, 90 stamina, 89 aggression, 81 passing. As a centre mid, this is a top tier card here, 83 rated. Really undercover. I told you about him last year. Same thing, can play CDM centre mid. Emre Can, not a centre mid worthy, but 88 sprint speed for centre mid. You're looking at here, one of the best centre mids in the game with all those stats. Do good defensive awareness and can shoot the ball as well. You can play box to box. You can play Layman, CDM, Emre Can there, and you have Sergi Dada. Now again, you can sub players up if you don't want to play a 4-1-2-1-2. You can play a 4-4-2 as well, or even a 4-3-3. You can play that alongside that as well, or you can literally just put someone else there. You can get like a pacier winger, get someone that's quicker. You can put Musiala there, but probably be a bit expensive. You could put Simons there or Simmons. play him on left wing, right wing, he should be fine. Correa's predicted price is not going to be 25k. He never was 25k. Even last year when he was higher rated, he was like 10k. Adria Pedrosa, very, very cheap. Pace abuse, Semi Balde. Schlotterbeck, going to be a very, very good solid card. This I'll probably say about 10k, 5-10k, depends how the game really is. Got really good stats here, high as well. And then we got Simon in goal again, and we got Ronaldo as well. Then we're going to move up to this is actually a team submitted by a viewer yesterday. A very, very, really, really good card. He's got Galeno left mid, Rafa right mid. Top tier agility and balance, especially with Rafa. I really, really like him. Really, really silky smooth. Rabiot is one of the best box to boxes. Might be tad bit expensive. He's got Neres and he's got Guedes up top. Renato Sanchez in the middle. So you can change the attack as well. You don't have to go along with that. In fact, you can go to a different league. He's got Sanusi in left back, a good pace player. He's got Bar in right back, and he's got Inacio and Kalulu in centre backs, and Rui Patricio. Now, you see, these teams over here are examples of good teams, good starter squads. They're not overly expensive, but they're not cheap. We're using cards with 85 pace in striker and like 75 pace in defense. You use that, you're going to get destroyed. You really have to work on getting a good, well-rounded team. I'll talk about the stats to go over as well. Then we've got one of my favorite teams that I made. This one's going to be hard to say. It could be about 150, maybe pushing a bit higher when the game comes out, or maybe even a week after. It does depend on how the game is. But we've got Muriel, one of my favorite cards. Year in, year out, you know I use this card. 4-star. 88 sprint speed, 85 agility and balance. All you got to do realistically is got to put a finisher on him. Finisher on full chemistry. He really turns into a different beast here. Or you can even put a Hunter if you really, really want to, but you do like that finishing a little bit more. But Finisher is good to get the finishing up. But Hunter, look at that, 83 jump in as well. That's a really good card. Now see, because he's 79 rated, people won't look at him twice. But truthfully speaking, if you look at the other cards, yeah, you could put this guy here. Bit taller, but would I rather have Muriel instead? Yes, I would. I wouldn't want someone as clunky as him. But if you prefer a tall player, you can do that. That's why with these teams, I make it in such a way that you can slot players around. Will he be 66k? I doubt he'll be that. These price predictions, I think, are just a bit OTT. But there's other cards as well, of course, you can use as well. You got Wahi as well if you want a cheap card. Then we've got Chiesa left mid. There isn't that much variety, but Chiesa is probably the best version. 4-star. Again, another card where I would say either a Hawk probably get the job done, but I'd probably still go with a finish there. 96 finishing. Got the stamina as well to go down up the flank, and he's got the pace as well. We've got Zambo. Now, the only thing with him was that he used to have low work rates this year. Apparently now, I don't know if you can see it, but he's changed his work rates. Let me try zooming in here if you can see it. You can see now it's high medium, so much of a different card here. Another top tier card with his shadow. We're thinking centre mid box to box worthy here. Can be a very, very good card. Definitely a good card to add to your system. Then you got Renato Sanchez. Sanchez might be one of the more expensive cheap cards. He'll probably be around about 20k. I think the prediction is pretty right here. He is 78 rated. A bit of that tiny bit of a nerf in theory. So maybe he won't be as much when a game comes out, but definitely one of the good box-to-box cards. A lot of these cards that are really meta, the kind of lower rated ones, but as their full database gets released, those will all come out as well. Nuno Mendes left back might be a bit more expensive. You can always replace him with a cheaper card, but he's a very, very good left back. There's other alternatives as well. If you look here, you get another left back. There's other cheap left backs in League One as well. And to be honest, they get the job done pretty much. So you can use Mercado as a cheap one. And you have some other ones. Mendy's going to be a bit too pricey, to be honest. But you can use someone like Udogi. Gets the job done very, very cheap as well. Kalulu and Kimpembe, they speak for themselves. Some of the best centre-backs in the game that could probably last you all the way until December time, maybe even beyond that. The only thing with Kimpembe for me is that agility and balance, not the biggest a fan of. And then we've got Bowie in right back. And the goalkeeper, we got Navas. So this is a good example. I'm actually using Easy SPC. If you have any squads, I know some of you guys sent me your squads as well on when I was streaming. Do send those in. I can go through it as well. But it's some good starter teams that you guys can use. When the full database comes out, then I'll create the pure meta teams. But realistically, at the top, you want to be going 80 sprint speed. Minimum, I would say, ideally you want 85 is I would say minimum up top. 80 finishing. Centre mids, ideally box to box. Wingers, I would say, try to get 89 sprint speed and above. Same with the left back and right back and the centre backs. I would say 80 sprint speed, unless the defensive stats are extremely good. Then you can go with like 78, 77. But those are some squads. I thought I'd give you some squads you can add to your list. Let me know if you have any squads as well. And don't forget, our Patreon already started. FC Schools already started. Episode 1 and 2 are already being uploaded. Patreon.com/Nilga, links down in the description. And I'll catch you for the next videos. We've got some big videos coming up very soon, boys. Anyway, I'll catch you soon. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.